NCAA Pick'em Boys 2025 Week 6. Almost at the halfway point. Breaks my heart. Boy, a lot happened last weekend. Upset Central. A lot of people not happy. But we got a lot to get into. But first, picks are due Saturday, October 4th at 11 a.m. We're into October. First game, Thursday, October 2nd, 8 p.m. Central Time. Let's get those picks in. Let's get them in. Let's get them right. So far, everybody's gotten their picks. I'm very impressed. Now, let's get into the recap of Week 5. We got some overall standings of Grant at 17-8, and Cody at 15-10, and Jerry 14-11. We got our top three right there, and all the rest hanging at 13-12. If you count, that's 9 people because I wasn't going to list the other 50 people tied for 10th. So we're not doing that. Besides the point, let's get into the Survivor recap of Week 5. Excuse me. Colton taking a loss. I think it was Florida State he picked that got upset. Don't quote me on that, but you could add him to the chopping block. That's 4 people eliminated of the Survivor. Now, these games that I'm going to talk about bother me a lot, and a lot of other people picked them too, and that's okay. We're going to start with, funny enough, ranked 8 Florida State taking a loss against Virginia, 46-38. I had Virginia. Holler at your boy. I bet it. Florida State's cover 6.5. They did not. They lost. Next up, we got ranked 11 Indiana against Iowa. Indiana winning 20-15. However, they did not cover the 7.5 that was needed. Close, but no cigar. And probably the big game of the weekend was, if you want, maybe Oregon, Penn State, but ranked 17 Alabama. Ranked 5 Georgia. Alabama is now back 24-21. Georgia to cover 2.5. They did not. All right. We got a lot to talk about, but before we got to introduce the boys, the NCAA expert, the man that knows it all, 3rd place, bronze boy, Jerry Stovall, and the gladiator of the Coliseum that might be losing his edge.
Hey.
Peter Galadry. Boys,
now,
what's
Gavin,
up?
I need you to look in the history books. Is this the first time in college pick'em history that we've had, like, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people go a week without scoring a point? That has to be a record.
It might have to be, because that's crazy. I didn't check the bottom stats. I just plug in the top 10. Never look at the bottom. Must be bad down there. Must be bad.
I mean, you see a lot of A&Ms, you see a lot of Indianas with that. Kansas was another whiff and a miss. Georgia Tech up there as well. But no, I mean, I don't think I've seen this many years. Not trying to call out anyone and say that they suck at picking, but this where it was it was a brutal week for everyone. It was just a little bit more brutal for 6 people at the bottom. I don't think I've seen that before.
Well, I mean, the picks this week or this past week seemed a little more obvious than not, which a lot of people fell for it, including myself, and my betting card showed it as well. But hey, Peter, listen, I'm starting to see some talks on ESPN, of all places, talking about this Notre Dame backdoor into the playoffs.
Oh, you mean T-minus 110 days till Notre Dame makes playoffs?
I love it.
You know what? I hate that I asked. That's crazy. Listen, with like Alabama with this upset and all this stuff, I mean, now anything's possible.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on last week?
I think just from last week, I think what shocked me is how willing the committee is to like shift teams drastically. Like, I don't think I've ever seen so many teams rise by 10, drop by 9, go down by all just big numbers. Normally you see like maybe once in a while you see that if it's like a big upset. But it was like I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 teams that were moved at like 7 or more, or 5 teams 7 or more. Couple, and then a lot of 4s, a lot of 3s. Like just it seems like they don't know what's going on.
And honestly, that's the whole story about rankings before week 6. It makes zero sense. It's just a popularity contest. And so it doesn't shock me to see all these crazy jumps. But I mean, fully expect moving forward, now that we're in the thick of the middle of the season, you're getting into conference play, you're going to see a lot more like just barely movements, unless you have a serious upset. Like if Alabama loses to Vanderbilt, I would expect Alabama to drop about 5 or 6 spots. But yeah, it just goes to show rankings before week 6 is stupid.
I don't disagree one bit. I mean, I'm looking at the. I can see a lot of teams on the chopping block in the top 10 right now. I like A&M hanging on by threads, Ole Miss hanging on by threads, Penn State hanging on by threads. I mean, yeah, I think after week 6, there's going to be the movement's going to get finalized to a degree, or like it won't be as drastic. But I think we got a week of football to settle in the top 10. But that's just me. All right.
The top 10, they play each other a lot. Like there's quite a few matchups still where they're actually going head to head. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle that.
Now, speaking of top 10, let's get into ranked 9, Texas at Florida. Texas projected to win by 6.5. Now, let me start by saying defense for Texas is going to run this game, and that's all they can rely on right now. If Texas can keep Florida one-dimensional, I think that Texas can scoot on by with this 6.5 and win by a touchdown. It's totally possible. Now, when you go play a Florida, you know that's a gauntlet stadium, not for the faint of heart either. I don't know if Arch Manning's ready for any of this. Sam Houston might be a good warm-up, huh, boys? Just kidding.
I mean, woohoo.
But listen, I hate to say it. I actually like Texas in this spot, 6.5.
I don't. And here's why. Like you said, playing in the Swamp is a completely different beast. It's one of the toughest venues in all of college football, even though the Florida faithful are turning on their head coach.
True.
It's not looking pretty, but everyone hates Texas. And so I would not be shocked to see the Swamp completely packed. And I don't know if you looked at the side-by-side comparisons of Texas offense versus Florida's defense. Florida's defense is essentially the only thing keeping this team afloat. And almost in every statistical category that counts, other than rushing attempts and passing attempts, Florida has the edge. Like, yeah, we know that Florida's offense is not going to do anything, but the way that Florida's defense plays, they can create turnovers, especially seeing how bad Manning has been looking. I think they're going to get him rattled. He's going to throw a couple balls. It wouldn't shock me to see a couple of interceptions and maybe a pick 6 or 2. I'm that confident with Florida. I like Florida to cover and possibly even win.
Even with Florida taking some bad losses?
Because of their offense, not because of their defense.
That's fair. If Texas loses, where do we find them on the board on top 25?
We don't.
Yeah, if Texas loses, they'll be below Notre Dame.
They'll be below Mississippi State, and deserving. Mississippi State's been playing fantastic ball over in Starkville.
They have. They're my Cinderella. I'm just kidding. They're not at all. But Peter, what you think?
Yeah. So initially, I think for one, hammer the under. I don't expect a lot of offense to be in this game. I think the over-under is floating at 41.5. Take the under for sure. Because like I said, Florida's defense in any not even any high level, all of their games besides LIU, whoever that is, have been below 41.5.
Yeah.
In addition, so I expect Texas to cover for one pure reason, which I just saw about 10 seconds ago, is the amount of people who are out on Florida's defense. They're starting like a quarterback, a running back, 2 defensive linemen, another running back, and another quarterback. A lot of them are undisclosed why they're out. So I'm curious if there's people getting injured because they're like, oh, save myself and get NIL money somewhere else. Just curious about that one. But yeah, that's just a lot of injuries on the defensive side of the ball that I'm curious, like, how does that defense look this week? So I expect Texas to cover. I don't expect it to be a high scoring game. I kind of just like an ugly 14 to like 6 type deal.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be Texas running this game the whole time. I just think that they're going to squeak by with like a touchdown at the end, or somehow
one
the
last
linemen
thought.
open it up. Do what?
One last thought for it, because of what Peter was mentioning. It's a shame that we don't do this show on Thursday, because that's when the SEC office requires coaches to submit their injury report. And so, I'm sorry. I'm actually seeing it right now. So SECsports.com has Caleb Banks, the big defensive lineman for Florida, out. You have Jacoby Jackson out, the running back, as well as Trayon Webb is out. Other than that, I mean, I don't think like the running backs being out, I don't think is going to really matter because Florida's offense is just that bad.
Yeah.
But Caleb Banks being out is big, but it's not going to be a deciding factor. Whereas you have on Florida or on the Texas side, that bye week really helped him out. You only have CJ Baxter, the running back, is doubtful, and then you have 3 questionables and 2 probables, which essentially just means they're a game time decision. But yeah, with Caleb Banks being out, that should be a big sigh of relief for Texas fans.
All right, now I'm curious about this one. This next game. Ranked 16, Vanderbilt at Crimson Tide. Alabama, ranked 10. Alabama projected to win by 10.5. Listen, Alabama looks like the Alabama that we all know. That front 7 looking nasty right now. O-line looking healthy. Offense fluid. It's a system. This is where you take the crown off of Vanderbilt. Take the rod, the staff away. We'll see you later on SEC
Don't you dare.
Shorts. I'm sorry,
Don't
bro.
you dare.
It's time to put him in the coffin, and this is going to be the game. Vanderbilt walking into Alabama, unless we have like the upset that we did. What was it, 2 years ago or last year?
When Alabama played Vanderbilt in Vanderbilt?
Yeah,
that was last year.
Yeah, so listen, it's Alabama 10.5. There's no question about it. I think this line's a little too soft. I could catch it at like 13.5.
Man, you should be more questioning it, because from what I'm seeing, this is a completely different Vanderbilt team than what it was last year. Like, the offensive line and the offense in general is doing wonders for Diego Pavia. He is being more of a passer than a run for your lifer. He's doing a fantastic job with the ball, getting it over to his playmakers. And if you look at the offense versus defense statistics and covers, Vanderbilt actually matches up really good. Like, they lead, or rather they're favorable over Alabama's defense in all categories except for passing yards, passing attempts, and completions. And then if you flip it, Vanderbilt's defense, it's almost 50-50, where Vanderbilt's defense is better with yards per play, rushing yards, rushing attempts. The only thing that Alabama really has going from the offensive side of the ball is passing the ball. Like, I do give the nod for Alabama to win the game because it's in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't shock me. It would not shock me to see Vanderbilt win. I actually like Vanderbilt to cover.
Listen, but who Vanderbilt was playing, does that warrant the stats?
Yeah, because look who has Alabama's played. I mean, yeah, they played Georgia, but Vanderbilt also has a good sample size as well.
South Carolina. I mean, I could give them Virginia Tech, but I don't think Virginia Tech's that great.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
neither of those teams are good.
they're not nothing to write home about, but it is worth mentioning that they are indeed 5-0. They are 4-1 against the spread, which is great. And this is a completely revamped and they're playing out of their mind kind of offense.
Is Vanderbilt beating Georgia?
In Georgia, night game.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to beat Alabama. I think they're going to cover the spread.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, see, like, well, you got a point because 10.5. That requires 3 moves: a touchdown, a field goal, and something else. You're not wrong.
Or just 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Math. Peter?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough.
If this was last week before the Georgia game, I would be completely on board. But watching that Georgia game from start to finish, it really did, as much as I hate to say it. I don't know whose cousin they had to kiss down there in Bama, but they're looking like the Bama teams almost of the Saban era. Like, it dominated both sides of the trenches. I don't know, it was just like, it was systematic and just ripped Georgia apart. So I expect this to be similar to their Wisconsin game where it's like 38-14. Like, I expect it to be over by halftime and have Bama just coast in the second half.
Over by halftime is a bold statement. But listen, for me, it comes down to the eye test. The eye test on Alabama versus Georgia passed flying numbers. I mean 10.5 seems so obvious, but hey, like I've said this before and have lost, just like last week, and that's fine.
There's a reason why you play the game.
There's a reason why you play the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right, we got one more game. Very curious about this one. I hope I get to watch it. Ranked 3 under the radar, Miami at ranked 18, Florida State. Miami projected to win by only 4.5. Jerry.
I mean, this is going to be a fantastic game regardless.
Oh, for sure.
I'm a firm believer that a loss does more for you than a win does. And seeing Miami's schedule, it's like, yeah, they played Notre Dame, but then Bethune-Cookman, USF, and Florida, and they've had a bye week. So yeah, they're well rested, but Florida State going on the road, losing to a scrappy Virginia team, which probably has the best storming the field out of all of the universities. That was impressive to see how fast those fans were on there. But I actually like Florida State with this one. I think the home field advantage will play a factor. The fact that it's a hated in-state rival is going to be a big motivator. And again, that loss is going to do more for them than I think any of the Miami ones that they've had so far this year.
I don't disagree with that. I like Florida State. I haven't seen enough out of. I think like on paper, Miami looks flashy and looks good. I don't know. They look like the kind of team that when they're behind the chain, they settle for like field goals and stuff like that. They don't seem as motivated as a ranked 3 team should be right now. But also by the same token, Miami has been flying under the radar into the top 5. Florida State has been doing nothing but trying to prove themselves with good ball. With good ball. They look good. They look great. I wish this number was at like 6.5 instead of 4.5. Sorry, excuse me, 7.5. Because I would take a touchdown all day on Florida State. But 4.5, gosh, screw it. Florida State. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Florida State.
This is a game I keep going back and forth with because, yeah, it's like how a team responds from getting upset at like Virginia, like no name school should have been a cupcake and you lose in overtime. No, well, it was overtime, right?
Yeah, it was overtime, double overtime.
And my thing too is I still don't trust Beck from Miami. It's like there's a reason why he left. It's like his ceiling is known. We know how good he can be, and that's still not good enough to like carry a team. What I'm curious to see is how he responds to a Florida State stadium that's going to be rocking. Because let's be honest, ever since they got hosed out of the playoff,
yeah,
they haven't had anything to celebrate. So it's just like I think this is their first real big game. I think it's going to be a night game.
Yes,
I hope it's
6:30.
Yeah, good. So I'm excited to see where that game goes. My gut says Florida State can cover, which makes me worry that Miami's going to do it. But I'll still put my stake on Florida State to win outright, not even just cover.
Yeah, that's good money at 4.5.
Game.
That's good money at 4.5 too. Like to take a money line. I'm sure that's
probably they lowered it to 4 now.
Ooh, the public has faith in Florida State. I like that. Nothing wrong with that.
The other thing too is Florida in-state rivalries are something very unique that I don't think any other state has similar rivalries like it. And they haven't had like actual games like this in a long time, like where the U and the Seminoles have been good. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It's going to be a great game. I think that's a game that people should catch this week for sure.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody have some hot opinions? Anything that's weighing on the heart?
I think Bobby Petrino will be the head coach again at Arkansas.
The one who just got fired?
That's Sam Pittman.
Oh.
Where are you getting this thought from?
I mean, the writing's on the wall. Sam Pittman hires Bobby Petrino as the offensive coordinator after Jimbo Fisher gets fired at A&M. He's been working hard because Arkansas had the defensive coordinator pegged as the interim head coach if and when Sam Pittman got fired. He somehow snakes his way or works hard to get his way to the current head coaching position. And look what he did in this week. He's fired essentially half of the coaching staff. He is going like scorched earth. Arkansas is a Fun Belt Conference team, and I would be scared for any team that has to go up against Arkansas in the upcoming weeks because this is going to be a completely different Arkansas look. And it's going to impress everyone like Ed Orgeron did at LSU, and he's going to get the head coaching job again because of his success that he had in the late 2000s. No reason why he should have gotten fired to begin with. He was a fantastic coach. He's going to come full circle again.
Aren't they like already making like shirts and stuff for this to come into fruition? I feel like I've seen like Bobby Petrino shirts.
I mean, if they don't have a Bobby P Rides Again shirt already, then they need to.
Oh. Hey, listen, that sounds like a business opportunity right now. You got like a week to cash that in, but other than that, I mean, what about the head coach from SMU?
Oh, that one school? No. SMU will throw too much money to keep their head coach there.
You think so?
There's not enough money in Fayetteville to get him over.
Yeah, never mind.
Maybe Dan Mullen out of New Mexico.
Yeah,
he's been doing a fantastic job over there, and he's gonna get a new coaching job very soon. Wouldn't shock me to see him at Virginia Tech either.
Virginia Tech, I like that take too. They need that. They need a comeback, a bounce back. It's been a few years, probably 3. Well, any other takes?
Oh yeah, I think Penn State, end of the season, you can clip it right now, unranked. They're going to have 3 losses. I think this is the beginning of the end for Franklin. I think he's fired at the end of this year. And yeah, I think they're
I
done.
mean, I like that as well. I don't understand how he's still the head coach at Penn State. His I think it's what 4-21 overall record against top 10 teams and
I think it's worse
slightly
than
better. It's a terrible percentage. Like it's worse than Mark Richt at Georgia, and Georgia fired him even though Georgia was consistently like a 10-win team going to the SEC championship game like every other year and always on the cusp of going to the national championship. At least
he's got Penn State secrets. If they fire him, they're gonna have to kill him.
Here, I got
Oh,
the for it. He's 1-15 versus top 5, 4-21 versus top 10, 15-30 versus top 25, and then he's 4-17 versus Michigan and Ohio State.
Sounds like you're spewing A&M facts.
A&M should be worried this weekend. Legitimately should be worried.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know what I think the spread's at 6.5 too.
Yeah, can we just do like a impromptu talk about that one? Because I feel like that is needed.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, it's Mississippi State at rank 6, Texas A&M. Texas A&M 14.5. That's a big
14?
number.
No way.
You guys have way too much faith in Mississippi State. They suck.
They're great.
Are you kidding me?
Mississippi State sucks nuts.
No, they've had some great wins.
Tell me you didn't watch a Mississippi State game without saying you didn't watch a Mississippi State game. Their last weekend game against Tennessee is fantastic.
Awesome.
Their best win is against Arizona State, and they barely won by 4. Besides that,
it was all the motivation they needed to get themselves into the playoffs this year.
Yeah, no. I think A&M blows them up by 3 scores.
Oh, okay, here's the thing. We don't keep that game. Wait, let me rephrase. We don't blow that game out. It's always tight for some odd reason. Don't ask me.
I mean, look what A&M was supposed to do against Auburn last weekend.
Well, yeah. I mean, the last week's performance should make A&M extremely nervous.
My thing is, A&M's offense just stalled because of penalties. Their first couple drives, A&M looked like a machine. It was just the refs started calling holding penalties because they realized they screwed it up the week before. At one point, I think there was 3 offensive holdings called on 3 separate linemen on the same play and made me laugh. And I was like, Anyway, but yeah, no, that game's not going to be close. It should be done by halftime. Reed should be benched before the 4th quarter, resting for the next game.
I don't think I could shake my head no any more than what I just did. You were just spewing out just absolute fallacies, my friend. It's this Mississippi State team is completely different than what we saw last year with Van Buren. And the big difference is the quarterback. The head coach there finally has his quarterback healthy, the one that has been trying to have this whole system work around, and he's healthy, and he's playing phenomenal football. Like, they kept it close. They should have actually won against Tennessee last week if it wasn't for just a fumble recovery for a touchdown and a pick 6. It's unfortunate that it happened, but I think we can agree that if it was a matchup between Tennessee and Texas A&M going into week 5, I would be shocked if not all of us took Tennessee thinking that they were the better team than A&M. But I really do like this Mississippi State team. Not only are they vastly improved, but they're also 5-0 against the spread, whereas A&M is 1-3. A&M has been notorious to play into the level of their opponents. This is an opponent that they should be well above. I see it almost exactly like Auburn.
Yes. I just think A&M's defense is much better than Tennessee. Tennessee is kind of a glass cannon. So, and this will be the first defense that they actually play. So I don't know. I don't expect Mississippi State to score over 21 points, and I don't expect their defense to stop much, similar to how they didn't stop Tennessee.
This game's always 50-50. I've said this every single year. I mean,
A&M
literally.
fans say that about every opponent. Oh, the Arkansas
That
game.
is true.
Not a bad
That is
team
true.
until Notre Dame dicks them down. Oh wait, it's Auburn.
Whoa! Hey, I took Notre Dame. I took Notre Dame. I got receipts. I got receipts. I took Notre Dame. I got money. Listen, no, legitimately, A&M. We win this game half the time, for the record, and then we don't even cover this game half the time. We're like at 45% covering on this game.
Yeah, because you guys normally win half your games in a year.
Yeah, so this is why you expect this game to be close.
Yeah. I just think Mississippi State is trash.
Now I gotta see what my AI model says about this game.
I'll tell you what, A&M's schedule is looking easier and easier each week.
Who's?
A&M.
Oh yeah. So look, 33-22 with a 56% probability of Mississippi State covering that, which is just that looks about right.
I really do like Mississippi State to cover. I think it'll be very close. I think A&M will squeak out the win.
Yeah,
but I like Mississippi State to cover.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to take our loss here. It's going to come a little later down the road for sure, but I don't think it's going to be this game. But we always play it close. I always take Mississippi State for this game just because I know it hurts, but it's fine.
You guys
Well,
are
great.
nuts. I'm not even an A&M fan, and I have more faith.
Listen, hey, I put my money where my mouth is. That's it. I wave no flag. All right, we're gonna get into the top 25 next week. I want week 6 to settle in. But boys, I appreciate y'all being here and enlightening me with your football knowledge and opinions. I appreciate the whiteboard, really getting down, running the plays, running the plan, running the strategy.
We're just gonna move this to 109.
You better keep our parlay up there and show us the progress on how those goes. Because that $1 bet, it's sounding so much sweeter.
Our 93,001.
Hey, if the Bears win the Super Bowl, we're all painting our nails. It says Caleb Honey Chan.
Easily. I will be more than happy to do that. Because what's the order? It will go World Series, National Championship, and then Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
If they get to that point and 2 out of the 3 hit, I will paint my whole arm Caleb Williams.
Why don't you just add we're missing a sport?
No, that's it.
Finals, NBA Finals.
No, the Bulls, they suck. No, they're...
Hey, you want that 93,000 to 1 go to 500,000 to 1? I mean, dog, if Peter walks in with half a milli in the bag
for my $1 bet. At that rate, we just put Chicago Loyola doing March Madness too. Just toss them all in.
I'm excited for March Madness too. Okay. Anyways, appreciate you boys. Thanks for being here. Once again, picks are due Saturday, October 4th at 11 a.m. First game Thursday, October 2nd at 8 p.m. Central Time. Gonna be a great week 6. Get your picks in, and remember, happy picking.